Very good evening, everyone. Am I audible? Very good evening, everyone. Am I audible now? So, I think I'm audible to you all. So, today we'll be going through some practical problems of rectification of errors. Okay. So, as we have already discussed, there are basically three types of errors. Okay. Errors of commission, errors of omission, and compensating errors. So already all these things we have discussed in the last class. Now we'll go through some practical problems so that you can solve these things in your examination. Okay. So see, in this question it is asked like this: acquisition charges on the purchase of a new building amounting to rupees 5,000 are debited to sundry expenses. So what is the meaning of this? Acquisition charges, right? What is the meaning of acquisition charges? Means the expenses paid for acquiring a building or purchasing a building. Okay, that means this is the building which is purchased. Okay, and it is debited to sundry expenses. It is debited to sundry expenses account, right? That means what? Wrongly, the wrong entry. Let me first write the wrong entry. What is the wrong entry actually passed? It was wrongly debited. No, wrongly debited. This portion is this wrongly debited. No, wrongly debited to sundry expenses. So the wrong entry was like this. So I will be showing you the wrong entry and the correct entry and the correction rectification entry so that you can understand. But in examination you are not required to write the wrong entry and the right entry and the rectification entry. In exam just you need to write the rectification entry. For your understanding only I am just writing the wrong entry, right? There is no need to write the wrong entry, okay, in the examination. For your understanding only, okay, this wrong entry I am showing you. Otherwise there is no need to show the wrong entry. Okay, so it is said that this building acquisition expenses debited to sundry expenses. That means what? That means sundry expenses. That means sundry expenses. It is an expenses, so expenses account is debited. Okay, sundry expenses account debit how much? 5,000. This is the wrong entry. To, so for example, cash is paid now, expenses to this. This is the wrong entry. Okay, this is the wrong entry. But the right entry, what should be the right entry? See, acquisition expenses. For acquiring any asset, if any expenses is paid, okay, that expenses is considered as the expenses for that asset. Okay, that means what? Here in this case, this is the asset. This is the building. So we will whatever expenses we pay for acquiring the building is to be debited to building account. So correct entry is, okay. So correct entry, actually what entry should be actually passed? Correct entry should be, okay, this should be the correct entry. Building account debit, building account debit 5,000 to cash. Okay, right. This is the correct entry. So this portion is the wrong entry and this portion is the right entry. Now can you tell me in these two entries which portion is correct? Means there is no error. Means cash element is correct. Cash element is correctly recorded. Cash element is correctly recorded. So we do not need to touch this cash account. Cash account is in both the cases. Cash account is correctly recorded. No, cash account. So cash account. Cash account is correctly recorded. Only thing wrong has happened is the sundry expenses, right? Sundry account that is debited wrongly. So if at any point of time, if anything recorded wrongly, debit. So to correct that particular item, the only way is to credit. So it is debited wrongly, so we will credit it, okay, to make it correct. And correctly we have to debit the billing account. So rectification entry will be like this. Rectification entry will be like this. Billing account debit how much? 5,000 to which account is wrongly debited? Sundry expenses. So we will now credit it to make it correct, right? Sundry expenses. So we'll pass the narration like this. Okay, so we'll pass the narration like this. Being wrong debit of sundry expenses now rectified. Okay, you can pass this journal entry like this. So this is the entry you have to make. Okay, you have to make in the answer sheet. Okay, these are the above two right entry and wrong entries just for your understanding, just for making you understand these things. This is wrong entry and the right entry was passed. Clear? Both this one and this one, okay, both these entries are not required, okay, in real time or in the examination. Only the rectification entry will be required. Okay, I think it is clear to you all. Okay, so now we'll move to the next question. So this is the simple one, and if you understand the journal entry, okay, and if you have any doubt, then you just compare the wrong entry with the right entry. Okay, you will see the if the wrong in the wrong entry, okay, the correct element matches. See, in this case, cash account in both the cases was credited. Means we do not need to make any correction in respect of cash because cash is correct. Only the thing is required is the wrong debit of sundry expenses. Okay, that particular sundry expenses element we have rectified, and we have credited the sundry expenses. Okay, accordingly the billing account should be debited, so we have debited, right? So this is clear, I think, to you all. Now moving to the next question. Okay, outstanding telephone charges of rupees 2000 had been completely omitted. So completely omitted omitted means not recorded at all. Okay, मीन्स ये वाला छूट ही गया, ठीक है, मतलब ये रिकॉर्ड हुआ ही नहीं है, तो इसमें रॉन्ग एंट्री कुछ भी नहीं है, राइट एंट्री भी कुछ नहीं है, मतलब राइट एंट्री है लेकिन रॉन्ग एंट्री कुछ भी नहीं है, कंपेयर कुछ नहीं करना है, यू जस्ट हैव टू pass the journal entry. So it is omitted. So it is a case of, okay, it is a case of errors of omission. So we'll just make the journal entry. So first, outstanding telephone charges. So outstanding telephone charges means what? Outstanding telephone charges are also means telephone charges. No, means this amount is outstanding. So how to record this journal entries? First, we have to understand the telephone charges. So it is an expenses. So we will debit the telephone charges. Outstanding telephone charges is what? It is also telephone charge. So we will write like this: telephone charges debit 2000 to what? Telephone charges debit to, see, when we pay the telephone charges, what tenor do we make? We make telephone charges to cash. If we pay through bank, then we'll write telephone charges to bank. See, in this case, outstanding telephone charges. That means what? Telephone charges debit to outstanding telephone charges. Okay, it is an telephone outstanding. If anything is added before the expenses account, or the any or any prefix or suffix is added, then it becomes the liability. Okay, liability or asset. Okay, outstanding telephone charges, right? So this is the journal entry, and we'll make narration like this: being outstanding telephone charges omitted earlier, comma, now recorded in the books of account or in the books. Okay, so this is the entry. Okay, so this is the journal entry for the outstanding telephone charges, because this journal entry was omitted. Okay, so if any entry is omitted, okay, then you do not need to think so much what was the wrong entry, what is the right entry, and which entry I am supposed to pass. Okay, so these things are not required, just the correct entry you just have to pass if it is omitted. Okay, this is the question number 2. Okay, outstanding telephone charges means this is the liability. Okay, it is not paid, but it should be paid, it will be paid. Okay, it is outstanding. Earlier it was omitted, so simply we have just recorded it now. So narration in your own words you can write, there is no mandatory thing you have to make. Okay, so the correct meaning you should convey, that is the only thing. Okay, otherwise everything is correct. Now moving to the next question. Okay, a credit purchase of 1040 from Ramesh was passed in the books as 1400. What does it mean? It means okay, it means a credit purchase of this amount, okay, passed in the books 1400. That means so passed in the books as 1400. That means what? Let us try, let me show you the wrong entry. What is the wrong entry? Means in the entry there is nothing wrong. Okay, in entry, in this case there is nothing wrong in the entry is correct. Okay, still we are writing it wrong entry because the amount is wrong. Okay, so simply credit purchase from Ramesh. So the entry was passed like this: purchase account debit, how much, passed in the books 1400, it is recorded as 1400 to Ramesh, 1400. But the correct amount, correct entry should be, correct entry should be purchase account debit to, this is the correct amount, no, 1040, 1040 to Ramesh. There is nothing wrong in the entry, only the amount is different. So what is wrong here? In the amount there is wrong, no. What is the difference in amount? 360, no, 1400, it should be 1040, but extra amount of rupees 360 was passed, isn't it? So we have recorded 360 more as purchase, we have recorded 360 more as purchase. What is required in this case? So whenever we record anything, if we record anything more, okay, if the entry is correct, but if we record anything extra in a particular account, so the only way to correct it is the pass reverse entry with the difference amount, right? So what is the amount? 360. 360 is the amount, okay, 360 is the amount, and just we will reverse because it is recorded more. See, you have to understand when to reverse the entry and when to record the same entry, okay, same entry with difference amount. Okay, so here the amount was recorded more, in the wrong side the amount is recorded. See, 1400 was recorded, means 360 extra added, no, 360 added more, so you have to deduct this. So how to deduct? In this case purchase was debited, so rectification entry will be just the reverse entry. Okay, okay, so the rectification entry will be, rectification entry will be, will it be the same or it will be just the reverse? Because we have recorded extra here. If we have if in this question it is asked like this, instead of 1040 it is recorded like 700, okay, then we would have passed the same entry with the more amount, but in this case 360 is recorded more, so we will just record it reverse. Ramesh, we have credited earlier, now we will debit it. Ramesh, debit 360 to purchase account. Okay, so this is the entry, this is the entry, Ramesh to purchases. pass the journal entry. What journal entry we can pass? You please write in the chat section a suitable journal entry for this rectification entry. What will be the journal entry? It is not necessary that it should be same. Okay, in your own words, write in chat section what journal entry, what rectification entry we can make for this correction. We have just corrected. In our department also we record errors, no, sometimes. So in that way you can make the rectification entry. What is the journal entry? So we just simply pass the journal entry like this. Okay, and pass the narration. We'll make the narration like this, being credit purchase wrongly recorded as rupees 1400 instead of rupees 1040, comma, now rectified. That's it. Means from this narration anyone can understand. Okay, this kind of, you can just pass the narration like this. Okay, this is very simple. So we have completed the question number 3. This is the question number 3. I think it is clear. Is it clear? Okay, if there is any doubt, if you feel that any confusion is there, you can ask, okay, in the chat section, or you can raise hand. I am here to help you. Now moving to the next question, question number 4. Wages paid to farms workmen for making additions to machinery amounting rupees 350 are debited to wages account. What does it mean? Same thing we have went across in the previous classes also. Means in this case, means workers worked to make additions in the machinery. Okay, we have got a question in the chat section. In for question number 3, we have a question from Elaverson D. Sir, actually the question is like this: why don't it be purchased to Ramesh? Okay, so I'm just moving to the question number 3. I'm just showing why it can be purchased to, sales. Okay, see, this is the question. What was the question? A credit purchase of 1040. This is the correct amount, 1040. Okay, 1040 is the correct amount. But what happened? This is the correct amount, 1040. But wrongly it is recorded as 1400. That means what? In the books of account, it is recorded 1400 it is recorded. That means what? 360 more. It is recorded extra 360. Okay, in purchase it should be actually 1040. It should be 1040. It should be 1040. See, this is the correct entry. It should be 1040. But what happened? We have recorded it 1400. So we have recorded 360 more. In accounts we cannot erase it and correct it. Okay, the only way to reduce the balance is to pass the reverse entry. मान लीजिए at any point of time in SAP also, if you record suppose PLI deposit or anything, SB deposit or any figure, if you post in SAP, and if you post it extra, okay, and more, suppose instead of 200 you have posted 300, what entry will pass? You will just reverse the entry, no, to reduce the amount. Okay, if you pass the extra amount, then subsequently you have to pass the reverse entry, then only this amount will be reduced. That's why it is purchase to, instead of purchase to Ramesh, it is Ramesh to purchase, because we have reduced this amount 360 in the Ramesh account, also from the 360 from the purchase account. That's why it is Ramesh to purchase. Okay, this is the reason why it is Ramesh to purchase. Is it clear, sir? Ella version D. Okay. So moving to the next question. Next question is like this: wages paid to firm's workmen for making additions to the machinery account. So here it is clearly said that for making additions. For which purpose? For making additions. Okay. So we have already discussed that for any kind of additions in the fixed asset is considered at the fixed asset, not the expenses. But in this case, what happened? It is wrongly posted in the wages account. So first we'll see what is the wrong entry. Okay, what is the wrong entry made? Wrong entry is made. What wrong entry is made? Wrong entry is like this: wages account, debit 350 to cash 350. Okay, but correct entry actually it should be okay. Correct entry would be, means there the correct entry should be for the additions in the machinery account, no? So correct entry is machinery account, debit 350 to cash. Okay, this is the correct entry. This is the correct entry. Now what is the rectification entry? Oh, is the question not fully visible? One second, give me 1 minute. I'm just okay. I think it is visible now. Okay, so this is the correct entry and this is the wrong entry. Okay, I have got a question. Yes, Rupasri madam.
Paying the salary, paying the wages to workmen, right, sir? Hello.
Yes, madam.
Hello?
Please, madam.
The question is, the workman, no?
Yes.
So, because if it is anything machine is purchased, then we have to make the entry in the machinery account.
Yes.
Here we are not purchasing any machinery. Here paying wages, it must be in the wages account, right or not? I don't know. I'm
Okay.
asking.
Okay, I'm getting a point. Means you are telling that you are not, here no
Yes.
machinery is purchased. So how machinery account can be debited? Is it?
Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so let me clarify one
Hello.
point. At any point of time, if any additions or any expenses, okay, paid directly for acquisition of machinery or any fixed asset is considered as the acquisition of that asset. Okay, in accountancy it is means, for suppose at the time of purchasing or installation charges, wages paid, or any kind of carriage or any kind of things, all these things are together, okay, constitutes the asset account. So here in this case, for making additions to the machinery, so means the here machinery machinery means you are just making additions in the machinery account, no, so this value should be added in the machinery account, okay, not in the wages account. So that's why it should not be treated as the expenses, but it should be added in the machinery account, because here it is question, it is asked, no, it is said that it is for making additions in the machinery. Any expenses paid for uh, improvement or for additions, okay, or for installation, okay, for any kind of expenses paid in respect of any asset can is considered as the asset account, not the expenses account. But if it is a repairs, then it can be considered, but here it is clearly mentioned that for making additions, okay.
Okay, 1 second. Please repeat that last sentence, sir. Expense paid to. Sorry.
Means
Hello.
any expenses paid for acquisition of any
Uh,
asset, okay, for acquisition of any asset or
okay.
any additions in the asset, okay, is considered as the purchase of that asset, okay.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay, means it
Okay,
is
sir.
it
Thank
is
you.
basically it is called the capitalized means capital expenditure. Instead of revenue expenditure, we will treat it as capital expenditure, okay. So this is the reason.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, okay, ma'am. So basically this is the thing about the means we can consider the amount as repairs, or it may be any other expenses, okay, maintenance expenses, but here in this question it is asked for making additions in the machinery, okay, means it is an additional part. Suppose one additional part is not the repairs, okay, you may be confused with the amount, it is 350 only, it may be considered as expenses, but it is not the expenses, it is just for making additions in the asset, okay. Pushpal Radha madam is asking, at the time of purchase, first time only it is added in the machinery account. Later, so in this question also we are not sure that whether machine is purchased or it is for after, means whether this machinery is purchased first time or the repairing. Okay, simply it is called the making additions to the machinery. So here from this terminology we can assume that there is an addition in the machinery. Okay, maybe machinery was purchased, okay. So the spirit of this question is like this, that making additions in the machinery account, it is not the wages, okay. Otherwise entry is correct, wages account debit to cash, we do not need to do anything because why debited to wages account is asked. So if you think that it is means not for the first time, then this question do not need any rectification entry, okay. This is the thing, if you consider like this, that it is a secondary repairing or expenses paid, but in this question it is said that making additions to the machinery. So considering the terminology, making additions for any kind of additions, even if the on subsequent dates also, okay, suppose in your laptop you have purchased a laptop of suppose i5 processor, okay. Later on if you make even after 1 year, if you repair your laptop and you make some processor of i7, okay, for 40,000 suppose you have spent, So that 40,000 you have to record as an asset. Okay, though you have repaired it after 1 year, but you have upgraded that, or you may upgrade your laptop from 4 GB to 8 GB. Okay, so this kind of things, whenever any kind of additions are made, okay, do not go with the amount 350. It may be 350 crore, no problem. Okay, but the thing is like this, whenever you make any repairs or you just uh, make any addition in this considerable amount, okay, any addition you make in your asset, then that must be considered asset, it must be considered capital expenditure. So here it is said making additions. Okay, suppose you have in your computer system, if you add some other devices, okay, also, okay, if you repair and if you add some other devices also, then it can be considered as asset. Okay, so in this case we have considered this as an asset, capital expenditure. So the correct entry will be, means wages account we have wrongly debited, so we'll credit it, and correctly we have to debit the machinery account. Okay, so the rectification entry will be like this. So I'm like in short I'm writing rectification entry like this. Okay, correct entry is machinery account, so cash element is correct in both the cases, so we do not need to write any cash. So first we have to write the machinery account, debit 350 to wages. Why wages credited? Because wrongly it is debited no earlier, so we are now crediting, so it will be effect will be neutral. Okay, being additions to machinery, additions to machinery wrongly debited to wages account, now rectified. Okay, so this is the rectification entry. Okay, this is the question number 4. Is the question number 4 clear? So 100% of you have responded yes, so I can assume that it is clear. Now moving to question number 5. See, we can pass so many entries. Okay, there may be endless number of questions, okay, endless numbers of solutions. Okay, but the thing is that you have to understand the entries. Okay, if you understand the questions properly, then you can answer, and all these things we can correctly. A return of goods worth rupees 5,000 by a customer was taken into stock, but no entry was passed in the books. So simply no entry was passed in the books. That means what? No entry was passed means it is a case of what? Errors of commission or errors of omission. So it is an case of omission. Omission, no? Omission. Errors of omission. So it is omitted. So how to record this? A return of goods by a customer. A customer by a customer. That means our customer returned goods. Taken into considered, taken into stock, but not passed in the books of, means back in the books we have not recorded the transaction. So how to record the return transactions? Simply we will record the transactions like this. goods return, no, what kind of goods return? It is returned by, means it has returned to us, means it is returned inward, means we have received, means it is returned by our customer, that means it is a sales return, no. So we can write like this: return inward, or no need to write the both the things, okay, or you can say sales return, okay. Debit 5,000 to customer has returned, no, customers account, so simply customers account, so it is 5,000, okay. Sales return to cash, Bushpura Reddy madam is written like this: sales return to cash. Yes, you can write these things like this, but here we have to record this particular thing, no, customers account we have to record like this. If it is, so what others, please respond, what can be the credit entry? Yes madam, you're right. If it is not, if it is a cash transaction, okay, so you can write this thing like this, okay. Pushpala Reddy madam, okay, credit sale is not mentioned, so you have written, okay, it may happen, okay, but since it's a case of it is customers, taken by customer, it is mentioned, okay. If you write that particular entry like this, okay, sales return to cash, then you can write these things with cash also if you return the cash instantly, but generally customer's account is recorded, okay, whenever any return is initiated, okay, customer account is recorded, because whenever we sell goods, credit or cash, okay, mostly whenever we sell the goods, okay, if even if we receive the cash, okay, after one day or on the same day, generally invoice is prepared and in the name of customer it is prepared. After that, okay, from that customer we show the entries like this, that we have received cash from the customer, because if the customer returns good, then we will not be able to understand that from whom we have actually received. So generally cash is not directly returned to the customer, even if the goods are returned, even if the goods are sold in cash. So first you have to pass the entry, okay, like this, sales return or the return inward to customer's account. After that, customer's account to cash, that entry is. So we can write the narration like this: return of goods by a customer recorded in the books of account, okay. So this is the entry. Next entry, we are moving to the next entry. So this is a simple entry: A credit purchase of goods worth rupees 15,000 from Mohan and company was not passed in the books. All the goods are taken into account. Same entry, a credit purchase of goods. Okay, credit purchase of goods was not passed in the books. So simply it is a simple journal entry only. Okay, simple purchase journal entry. So Rupustri madam was asking one class for journal entry. Okay, so actually this particular question number 6 is just for journal entry only. There is no correction required. Simply it is a journal entry. How to make the credit purchase journal entry? The credit purchase entry is to be passed like this: purchase account debit to the creditor's account. So simply you have to write purchase account debit. There is no wrong entry, no because it is not recorded only. Just you have to record purchase account debit to Mohan and company. Okay, we have purchased goods from Mohan and company. So I'm writing like this: Mohan and company, 15,000. Okay. So do not write after personal account Mohan and company or Ramesh or ITC a company. Okay, it is not written like this. Okay, only the name is written. Okay. So you just write credit purchase of worth rupees was not passed. So credit purchase from Mohan and company not recorded earlier, comma now recorded. Okay, like this you can entry. You can make the entry. Okay, this is the yes, correct. Pushpradha Reddy madam is correct. Correct. Not recorded is now recorded. Correct. It was not actually recorded. Now it is recorded. Okay. So narration is not fixed. It may vary. Okay. You can write in your own words. A return of goods worth rupees 5,000 by Mohan was entered in the purchase return book. Oh, it is a critical case. It is a critical case. Now we have to think little bit more. Okay. So because a return of goods by Mohan means our business. No, this is our business. Okay, this is our shop. Okay. Okay, not so good actually shop. Okay, two-storied. Okay, two-storied store. Now Mohan has returned. So here Mohan is here. So Mohan is returned goods. No. So for us it is what Mohan has returned. So it is returned. No, returned by Mohan. So it means what Mohan has returned means we earlier sold goods to Mohan. Mohan returned. No, returned by Mohan. So it is basically our return inward. No, return inward, or you can say sales inward. Okay, or sales inward. Actually, it is correctly it is sales inward. Okay, but where it is means recorded in purchase return book. Where it is recorded purchase return book. So that means what? Instead of writing it in the sales return, it should be there should be sales return. Okay, sales return 15,000. There should be 15,000 in the sales return, but wrongly it was recorded in the purchase return. Purchase return 15,000. Okay, so we know that this amount from this question, sorry, it is not 15,000. It is 5,000 only. Okay. So in this question, it is clear that it should be sales return. Sales return should be correct. Okay, it should be sales return, but wrongly it is recorded as what? Purchase return. So it is recorded wrongly as purchase return. Now how to correct this? So now we'll see how what was the wrong entry it is made and how it can be corrected. Okay, before that I'm just clearing this. It is clear, I think it is clear to you all that it is a sales return case because goods are returned. Goods are returned. Okay, goods are returned, but it is recorded in the purchase book. Okay, it is recorded in the purchase return instead of sales return. It is recorded in the purchase return. So what is the net impact? See, first I'm showing the wrong entry. Wrong entry. See, wrong entry means it is in purchase return book. It is recorded no like this in purchase return. Okay, sales purchase return book. It is recorded like with Mohan. It is recorded like this. Okay, after that when it is posted. Okay, in purchase return book 5,000 was recorded. In Mohan account it is recorded. Okay, so wrong entry was passed like this. Purchase return means purchase we are returning. So basically entry was passed like this. Mohan debit 5,000 to purchase return because goods are going out. Okay, so purchase return have written in short 5,000. So this is the wrong entry. Now the right entry, I am just showing you the right entry. What is the right entry? The correct entry, you can say. Correct entry should be actually it's a return, no? So writing sales return. Okay, sales return because goods are coming to you. So it is debit 5,000 to Mohan. Mohan 5,000. So this amount means in Mohan there should be 5,000 balance, no? And it sales return there should be it should be debit. That means what? The this sales return to Mohan should be there because this is the correct entry, isn't it? And this amount should be reversed. This entire amount should be reversed. Otherwise, the impact will not be neutralized, no? Okay, because this portion is here sales return to Mohan. So we have to pass this entry, and this amount we have to reverse. Then only it can be passed. Okay, we are getting a question from anyone. Is there any question? Someone has raised hand, I think. Maybe erroneously they have raised the hand. Okay. Now just showing you the correct entry. So this is the correct entry. Okay. Now I am showing you the rectification entry. See, if we combine these two entries, one is the reverse entry and other is the correct entry. Okay, together what will be the net done entry? See, rectification. So this is the rectification entry. What is the rectification entry? First sales. See, first we are passing sales return. It should be there. No, correct entry we are just making sales return. Okay, debit. Okay, there should be sales return should be debit. How much? 5,000. And wrongly purchase return was credited. It should be debited. So we are also recording it purchase return because we have to reverse it. Otherwise, we cannot correct it. Debit. No. So 2. This Mohan, we have 2 ones. We have to reverse this. This Mohan was wrongly entered. Now this is the wrong entry, so we have to this debit Mohan, we have to credit it, right? So we write Mohan. Mohan, how much? 5,000. Okay. So for example, 5,000 we have written. Again, this correct entry we have to make. Again, we have to write Mohan. So we generally we do not write twice Mohan. Okay. We can write like this: Mohan. Mohan, 5,000. So instead of writing this Mohan twice, what we'll do? We will simply write this amount. We'll club this amount: 5,000, 5,000, 10,000. So this is the correct entry. Sales return to purchase debit, sales return debit, purchase return debit to Mohan. So this is the entry. So if you just compare these two entries and you just pass a combined journal entry, you will find that this is that sales return should be debited, and this is the wrong entry, so we will debit also this account, and we'll credit this correct Mohan, and we also credit this wrong Mohan. So wrong Mohan and correct Mohan together means same person, so together they will make 5,000, 5,000, 10,000. So this is the net result of the correction. Net result of the correction. Mohan to purchase return might have been recorded. Mohan to purchase. Mohan purchase return is credit entry, no? Purchase return, no? Pushpa Radhareddy madam, sales return debit, purchase return debit to Mohan. Correct. Same entry we have recorded. Correct. Madam, is it clear to you? We have made the same entry. Whatever you have posted here in the chat section, the same entry we have passed. You are right. Yes, you are right. No problem. Yes, I think there should not be any doubt. So the same entry we have just combined this journal entries, wrong entry and correct entry. Ultimately, this result is coming. So we have just reversed this wrong entry and posted this correct entry. So ultimately, net result is coming like this. Okay. So whenever you post any kind of entries, if you okay, Rupasri madam, to asking for clarification. Okay, so I'm again explaining this this portion. Okay, so wrong entry and right entry. We have found that this is the wrong entry and this is the right entry. Okay, so I'm just erasing this portion. See, whenever you are able to trace the wrong entry and you know the right entry, just combine these two entries and you will get the net result. See, this is the wrong entry, this is the wrong entry. So how to correct the wrong entry? The only way, if you know that this is the wrong entry, what do you have to do? You have to just reverse, you have to just reverse this one. Purchase return purchase return debit 5,000 to Mohan. Okay, so we have to make one journal entry, no? So this way we are making. Next, sales return, this is the correct entry, so we are also making this correct entry. Okay, in one entry we are showing sales return debit. In one entry we are showing this. Okay, first we have reversed this, then we are posting this one. First Mohan we have posted 5,000. Okay, this one from this Mohan is from here. Okay, and next this correct Mohan we are posting again to Mohan. Okay, 5,000. So this is the combined, this is the combined journal entry. Okay, correction, by combining the entries you will get the correction entries. Okay, this is the rectification entry. So how you can write this? Sales return debit, purchase return debit to Mohan. We can write this Mohan together by not writing this twice. We can directly write Mohan once and posted here 10,000 directly. So instead of writing twice, we are writing only once. Okay, we are only writing once directly. 5,000 plus 5,000, 10,000. Okay, this is the thing. Is it clear, madam? Rupashri, madam? Okay. So by combining the wrong entry and right entry, you will get the correct rectification entry. Okay. So this is the solution. Next, moving to the question number 8. Again, similar type of question. A return of goods worth 8,000 to Sohan was passed through the sales return book. Okay, same entry. You please tell me the solution. Okay, you have 2 minutes. Just similar in the same way the earlier entry we have passed. This question, this solution is exactly the same way. Just the purchase and sales return will be different. What is the solution? Please share in the chat section. Just like previous one. So Pushpa Reddy madam has answered. Now others, please share your answer. If you are solving the question, what will be the solution, or what will be the journal entry for this, or or if you can see the answers in the chat section and just reply whether the answer is correct or not, as shared by the Pushpa Reddy madam. Okay, we have got some answers. Others also, please. Do you agree with the answers given in the chat section by JPL Reddy madam? Just share in the chat section whether you agree with the solution or not. Okay, so I'm just showing you the solution. This is just like the previous one. This is the same solution we'll be doing in the question also. A return of goods 8,000 to Shohon. To Shohon means this is the purchase return. Okay, so first we'll write it wrong entry. What is the wrong entry? it has gone through the sales return book, sales return. So wrong entry was like this: sales return means sales return debit 8,000 to Shohan, because it has gone through the sales return. Okay, 8,000. Now the correct entries correct entries Shohan debit 8,000 to purchase return 8,000. Okay, so this is the wrong entry and this is the correct entry. Okay, so now we are showing the rectification entry. Okay, rectification entry. By combining these two entries, what is the net result we are getting? We are getting the net result like this: sales return will be credit, to Shohan will be debit. No, first we'll write the Shohan debit. How much? 8,000, right? Next credit amount will be to sales return. No, to sales return 8,000. Now from the correct entry, Shohan will be again debit. Shohan debit 8,000 to purchase return 8,000. So this is the net entry. So by clubbing this Shohan, by this Shohan, we will club this Shohan. Okay, and we'll write here Shohan debit how much? 16,000. Instead of writing it twice, we'll write it 16,000. Okay, so this is the solution. So Shohan debit to sales return to purchase return. Okay, and we'll just pass the narration like the last one. Shohan debit 16,000 to sales return to, yes, right. AP Rajiv ji, you are right, correct. This is the solution. Okay, this is the question number 8. So moving to the next question. Now a builder's bill for rupees 20,000 for erection of a small shed. Erection of a small shed means there is an addition in the building, was debited to repairs account. Okay, again just like wages account, again this entry was wrong entry and right entry is there. So it is debited to repairs account, but it should be erection of small shed. Okay, means it is a part of the building. Okay, means building account should be actually debited, it should be debited. So the wrong entry is like this: repairs account debit to what? Repairs debit to paid. It is paid, no? It is paid. So wrong entry, it may be bank or cash. মনে তাই দেখা মৌসুমি দেখার মতো মনে মৌসুমি দেখার. So a bill for the debited to this. Okay, or it may be builder's bill for debited for rupees this. It may be a builder's account, or it may be, if it is paid, okay, bank obli, or it may be a builder's account. Okay, builder's account, it whatever it may be. Okay, so this is the wrong entry. And now the correct entry will be what? Correct entry will be, because it is for erection of a small shed in the building. No, small shed means it is basically part of the building. Small shed means there may be some extension, or uh, there may be a additional part of the building. Okay, that is means constructed by a builder. Okay, so it should not be a repair. Actually, it is a erection. It is mentioned erection of a small shed. So it will be a part of the building. So it will write it like this. Correct entry will be building account debit. Okay, 20,000. Okay, so earlier this amount should be that 20,000 like this. Okay, two same, either it may be bank or builder's account. Builder's account. Okay, so ultimately this portion is there. Builder. It is in the wrong entry and the right entry. Both these things are correct. Only the thing is that repairs is wrongly debited. It should be credited, and correct building should be. We have to record the building account. We have to record the building as debit. Okay, this is a rectification entry. So we have to write building account debit 20,000 to repairs account. Repairs 20,000, right? So this is the entry. So we'll pass generality like this. Erection of small shed wrongly debited to repairs account, now rectified. Okay, erection of shed like this wrongly recorded as repairs, now rectified. Okay, so this is very simple. Oh, so I think it was muted. No voice was there. Okay, I'm just again repeating the entry. So this is the wrong entry. The wrong entry, it is passed like this: repairs to builder's account or the bank account. Okay, because this amount of space may be for repairing, or it may be credited to the builder's account. So wrongly debit was given to the repairs account, but correctly the building account should be actually debited. Okay, so in the correct rectification entry, we will simply post the correct entry here. We'll debit the building account, and since the repairs account was wrongly debited, now we are supposed to credit this. So we have credited. So this is the rectification entry, and the narration is like this: erection of shed wrongly recorded as repairs, now rectified. Okay, so this is the solution. Building account to repairs, correct. Rectification entry is building to repairs. Okay, so this is the solution. I think now visible the bottom portion. The bottom portion is now visible. Okay, clear to you all? Moving to the question number 10. Moving now, question number 10. Okay, so again same, repairs to plant amounting 5,000 had been charged to plant. Now the situation is now a little bit reverse, a different situation. Now in this situation, what happened? This is in here, it is mentioned clearly that repairs to plant. Okay, repairs to plant. Okay, it is not addition, it is not and small shed or extension of the building or anything. Okay, it is simply repairs. So what happened? The wrong entry is like this. Wrong entry is, it is debited to plant account. So wrong in this case, instead of showing it under the repairs account, it is shown as machinery account, plant and machinery, charge to plant and machinery. So wrong entry is here, plant and machinery account. Okay, to cash, say for example 5,000, no, cash 5,000. So this amount is paid. Okay, but actually it is repairs. Actually it is what? It is repairs. It is mentioned here, no? See, repairs it is mentioned. So correct entry is repairs debit to cash. This should be the correct entry. But wrongly plant account was debited. That means what? In the under the rectification entry, now we'll pass the rectification entry and we will rectify this. Okay, we have to debit this correct repairs account because it is the correct entry. Repairs account, repairs account debit 5,000 to the wrongly this amount was debited, so now we will credit it, and cash is already correct in both the cases, so we will not touch the cash. Okay, so plant and machinery account 5,000. Okay, being repairs to plant, repairs to plant wrongly charged or debited, you can write debited to plant and machinery account, now rectified. Okay, so this should be the correct entry. Correct, Rupasri madam, you are right. Repairs account debit to plant and machinery, this is the correct entry. JPL Reddy madam, you are also correct. Yes. So this is the solution to the question number 10. Now moving to the next question. So I think this one we have already solved. No. Okay. So this is a 12 question number 12. A check for rupees 7,500 received from S Desai was credited to Ram. Okay. How it is possible? See, wrong entry. Check received from 7,500 from S Desai credited to R Ram. That means what? Wrong entry is like this. Check receipt means we will debit the bank account debit 7,500 to home, wrongly credit to home R Ram 7,500. Okay, 7,500. Okay, correct entry will be bank account debit to S Desai, right? S Desai 7,500. So this is the wrong and right entry. Now share your answer, share the rectification entry. I think there is nothing left here. What will be the rectification entry? Others, please share in the chat section. So rectification entry is very easy. There is nothing tough. Rectification entry will be bank is nothing we have to do. It is same. We will debit this wrong one R Ram. Simply we will debit R Ram. Debit because it was wrongly credited. to S Desai. Okay, being check received check received from S Desai wrongly credited to R Ram. Okay, you just have to means you have just have to mention the only same thing. Received from S Desai wrongly credited to R Ram, comma, now rectified. Okay, it is very easy. Okay, do not need to think so many things what to. Just write the sentence here written, and after that you just write now rectified. Okay, just you have to mention it. R Ram to Desai, correct? Yes, R Ram to Desai. Rupasri madam and JPL Reddy madam, both of you are correct. So this is the solution. Now moving to the next question. Goods to the value of 700 returned by X were included in the closing stock, but no entry was made in the books. So no entry was made in the books. That means what? Means simply pass the journal entry. It means simply pass the journal entry. It was not recorded earlier. Now just record. Okay. So what do we have to do? We have to record it. Returned by X. So returned by X. Okay. Returned by X means what? It was there is no wrong entry, right entry. We will simply record it. Returned by X. Goods returned by X means what? These goods have been received by us. We have received the goods. Means it is the sales return, or it is the return inward. Okay. We can write sales return. We have sold earlier. Now it is returned. Sales return. Okay. Debit 700 to who has returned? X 700. So we'll write being, okay, goods returned by X omitted. You can say omitted. Okay, omitted earlier. Now recorded. Okay, that's it. Sales return to X, correct. IHM M, madam, you are right. It is correct. Sales return to X. Sales return to X, correct. So it is easy. Nothing much to discuss here. Moving on to the next question. Now it is a little bit tricky, not so tough, but goods sold to Mohan for rupees 475 have been wrongly entered in sales book 745. Okay, so we have done, I think, this kind of solution. Goods sold to Mohan. Goods sold to Mohan for 475 means Mohan debit 475 to sales 475. This is the correct one. This should be the correct entry, no? Correct entry. But wrong entry was like this. What is the wrong entry? Same thing have been done. You can say Mohan to sales. How much? 745. 745. Okay. So what will be the correct entry? Here there is a difference of only amount. There is difference in amount only. Okay. Entry is correct. Now What will be the correct entry? Means entry is correct, means wrongly the amount was inflated, means sales figure sales figure is recorded more. What is the difference of sales figure? Means 745 wrongly written, means it is recorded 745, but correct amount is 7475. Okay, that means 240 extra, means wrongly it is written more. 270 is more written, no? 270 extra written. So what we have to do? We have to reverse this transaction, right? We have to reverse this transaction. So how to reverse? We will record it like rectification entry will write like this: sales account debit 270 to Mohan. Yes, AP Rajiv ji, you are absolutely correct. Rupashri madam correct. JPL Reddy madam, yes, correct. So basically we have just reverse the transaction. No? We have just reverse the transaction because value was written recorded more. Instead of the correct value, we have recorded the wrong value. 270 was recorded more, so we have reduced. So the correct way to reduce the figures is to pass the reverse entry. So we have just pass the reverse entry. Okay. So up to question number 14, is there any doubt? Elevation D is asking one question like this: if added deficit, what will do? Uh, if added deficit, I'm not getting your point. Please clarify. Added deficit. Oh, okay, okay. I have got your point. Means in case of this figure, if the sales figure was written with less amount, no, you are trying to say probably that. No. So, okay, I am just showing that part also. In case of deficit, see here the surplus. This amount was recorded with surplus. No, in case it is recorded with the deficit figures as asked in the by the Elevation D. He's asking good question. Suppose in case of 475, assuming that 475 it was recorded as 375. Okay, say for example it is recorded like it is recorded with 375. Okay, it is recorded with the 375. What will do? So this, if it is like this, sales book wrongly entered in sales book 375, that means what? 475 should be written, it is the correct entry, but wrongly it is written or it is recorded 375, right? It is recorded as 375. What we will do? What we will do? That means what? Here we have recorded 100 less. Okay. That means if any point of time, if we find anything that is recorded with low value, or that means it is not recorded with that full value. Okay. But 100 rupees less amount is recorded. Okay. Instead of 475, it is recorded with 375. That means 100 rupees we have to record it again. In that case the entry will be, again we will pass the same entry like Mohan to sales. In that case we will write Mohan debit to sales 100. Okay, because here we have wrongly we have recorded 375, now we have recorded 100, means 375 plus 100 is coming 475. Okay, it is now matching. Okay, if extra is recorded, then we will pass the reverse, and in case of it is deficit, then okay. So this is the entry of if it is deficit. Okay, Rupashi madam, we are coming to the suspense account issues. Okay, so now up to this, I think there is no doubt. And is it clear? Elaboration D. Okay, so I think it is clear. Yes, he has responded in the chat section. Okay, now we are moving to the next question. Okay, so see, a sum of 830 received from X posted to his debit account. So you can make it correct. I'm not solving this one. You just note it down and correct it, because it is easy one. I'm just going to show you one advanced problem. Okay, so instead of credit side, if it is posted in the debit side, that means there is a effect of 830 plus 380, means 1210 rupees is the difference. So you pass the generality. Okay, now I'm just showing you the interesting one. See, this is the question. 620 written off as depreciation of machinery has not been posted to the depreciation account, has not been posted to the depreciation account. So how to solve this question? See, it is written off as depreciation. Generally what entry we will make? Generally depreciation account, it is the expenses. Okay, debit to machinery, right? Okay, whatever be the amount. So for example, it's 620. But here in this question, it is said that it is not posted to the depreciation account. Means machinery account is posted correctly, but in the depreciation account, it is not posted. Generally, we pass journality, then we transfer it in the ledger. Okay, say for example, it is depreciation account, and it is the machinery account. Machinery account. So say this is in this question. In the machinery account, it is posted 620, but in the depreciation account there is no posting. So that's why it is in this question it is asked 620 written off as depreciation of machinery has not been posted. See, we have already solved the rectification entries of the 2018. The meaning we have to understand that posting has not been done in respect of only depreciation. So what will be the correct entry? If it is not posted, our task is now to post into the depreciation account. So simply what entry will make? Question is not visible. Is the question not visible to you all? Others please respond. I'm not sure. I think it is clear. Visible. Okay. Okay. Earlier one. Okay. So whenever any item is not posted, okay, that means what? That means other portion is posted correctly, but the item mentioned in this question is the depreciation only. Here machinery account is not mentioned, only depreciation account it is not posted. In depreciation account it is not posted. So the rectification entry will be like this. Rectification entry will be like this. See, it is not posted, so we'll write depreciation the rectification entry. Okay. Depreciation account debit. How much? 620. So which account to be debited? So credited. We cannot write machinery account because here in this question it is not mentioned which account to be credited, because machinery is already posted correctly, because in this question only mentioned depreciation of machinery has not been posted to depreciation account. Okay, only depreciation account it is not posted. Okay, so we do not have any other option to post in the credit side. So what we'll do, we will write suspense account. Whenever there is no other account left, okay, to debit or credit, at that time we will write depreciation account, sorry, suspense account. So we will pass the narration like this: depreciation written off, okay, not posted to the depreciation account, now rectified. Okay, or we can write like this, or you can write omission of depreciation to depreciation account, now posted, like this. Okay, so this is the solution. So in such a situation, when one account we find for correction but other account is not available, means other account is correctly posted, in such a situation what we do, we open a temporary account which is called suspense account, right? This is the suspense account. Okay, is it clear, this portion? If it is clear, then I'll suggest you to go through the class 11 TS Grill book. These solutions are also there. Okay, there are a few more solutions available, and you can go through that journal entries, those journal entries. Okay, the study material is also available in the PDF section, means course content section. Okay, so these are the journal entries for activation entries. I think up to this everything is clear. Okay, so we are not I'm not stretching the class more, just closing today's session here. Okay, and if you have any doubt you can go through that, and I will not, actually it is already shared there in your course content, the class 11 book, TS Grill book. Okay, and page number I am just mentioned, just note down the page number is, I think, from rectification chapter you will be getting under chapter number 18. Okay, 18.1. Okay, from 18 number 18.1 to 18.1 onwards. Okay, if you want to practice more questions, these questions are also there, and many more questions are there. Okay, TS Grival book, this chapter rectification, errors, class 11 book. Okay, class 11 book. Also, it is shared in the in our Telegram group. Okay, you will get it there also, from chapter 18, right? Means from page number chapter 18.1, and in PDF you will see it in the, if you search in the PDF from page number 124 onwards. Okay, page number 123, the existing PDF page 123 onwards, you will get this. Okay, so you can practice, or otherwise if you have any doubt you can ask. Okay, so these are the things. Okay, elaboration, the asking to explain it again, the last question. So see, in this question generally what entry we pass in case of depreciation. For depreciation the simple journal entry is like this. Okay, this is the journal entry for depreciation. Simple journal entry is like this. See, machinery account debit to, sorry, depreciation debit to machinery account. So this is the simple journal entry, depreciation to machinery. Okay, it is the it is the expenses, it is debited. Okay, and the value is reduced from the asset, so it is credited. See, this is the simple journal entry for depreciation. But here in this question it is asked, it is depreciation of machinery has not been posted. So everything is in this particular term, everything is there in this particular term. Okay, has not been posted. So if it is not posted, that means it is not posted means what? If it is not posted means only this depreciation is portion is not posted. Okay, so what entry we can make? So we can make depreciation account. If it is, if it is not posted in to the depreciation account, that means this portion is not been done. So we cannot leave an account like depreciation account, simply depreciation account debit. Okay, because there should be equal amount of debit equal to credit. Okay, so if you cannot leave an entry, okay, without any credit. Okay, if you open a debit, there should be another credit. Okay, there should be another credit. So from this question it is clear that depreciation account to be debited, depreciation account to be debited. Okay, without any doubt it should be there, the depreciation account should be debited. So which account to be credited? Machinery? No, because it is here only depreciation account is not posted, it is not posted in the because already machinery account it is posted. Because in ledger we prepare separately, no, in machinery it is posted, but in the depreciation it is not posted. Okay, so in that case, to make up the situation, one temporary account is opened, that is called suspense account. Okay, suspense account, suspense account. So after that this entry is passed. Okay, depreciation debit to suspense account. This is the summary of this question. Okay, when you do not get any other account to be credited or debited, at that time we have to open a temporary account called what? Called suspense account. That account is temporarily opened, suspense account, and with that it is closed. Okay, so we have just completed this one, and if you want to practice you can go through the PDFs. Okay, I think it is clear to you all. If you have still doubt, okay, you can go through the recorded sessions, it will be available after uh, 1 or 2 hours. Okay, it will be available. Okay, so thank you everyone for joining. Okay, we'll meet in the next class. Okay, good night everyone.